Alrighty guys, what is going on? David Productions 345 here. You guys see Big Red is in the background. Today we have a special video for you guys, and it's going to be my 3-year review of my 2013 Dodge Charger RT Max all-wheel drive. That's a long ass name, I know. Hopefully this review is going to be a good video for you guys. I'm going to try to make it funnier and kind of just more entertaining. So without further ado guys, let's not waste any time. Before we start this video, let's do a little walk around of the car and then we'll get right into it. Also guys, I just wanted to mention, this is not how the RT looks from factory. There's a couple of modifications on the exterior and the interior. So I just want to let you guys know that. Alrighty, so here's the car. I've owned this car, guys, for about 3 years. I got this car with about 87,000 miles on it, and now it has 118,000 miles on it. About 30,000 miles later is basically how many miles I've driven this car. Got the SRT8 front bumper on here, the Amerihood Hellcat style hood. We got some nice 2021 or 2022 V6 all-wheel drive wheels. Got some power stop brakes. Got some really off-centered stickers right here. We got some badges that are kind of faded out. Got some side skirts that are kind of wrinkled. Got some rain guards. Got my logo right here. We got a little rear window spoiler right here. We got a nice SRT8 style spoiler with the cool little angle. We got some Lux Auto Concepts center overlay taillight tint with 2 missing LEDs. Isn't that fun? And also finally we got the Corsa exhaust in the back here. Quad tip, of course. That's the exterior. Let's take a little shot of the interior. We got the lobster guts right here. The seats, they've seen better days. A lot of wear here. Got some WeatherTech floor mats that are dirty as hell. We got Beats speakers. Guys, this is a Max, so this has every single feature besides the paddle shifters. And the half Alcantara, half suede seats. What the hell am I talking about? That's the same thing. The half leather, half Alcantara seats. Let's turn this off real quick. Alrighty, so in here, we got the steering wheel. We got the cluster swap in here. Got the phone mount for my Android phone so I can monitor my stuff. We got trim lights right here. We got a little sunroof. Get blinded by the sun. We got some LEDs everywhere in here. We got a little nice mirror dash cam from Vantop. We got the heated cooled cup holders right here. 5-speed transmission, 8.4-inch touchscreen, factory. We got this nice little cool leather soft touch armrest. Let's open up the back seat real quick. See what's going on in there. You know, nothing's going on in here. Back here, nothing really crazy. The legroom is adequate. This seat is all the way back though because this is the memory seat. So basically this has easy exit. So whenever you get out of the car, the seat goes back. And when you get in the car and turn it on, the seat goes forward. I also have to show you guys one more thing real quick. A lot of Mopar owners know what I'm talking about. Let's open this real quick. And this side, we got some coolant. That's awesome. A little funnel for that. Battery jump starter, just in case. So show the little trunk space real quick. Oh, I forgot to clean this shit. Shit!
Whoa, calm down, Jamal.
Anyways, this is the trunk space, guys. Pretty adequate space. You guys can see I have an extra serpentine belt. I have my tool case. I have my winter brush here. Got my umbrella that actually was useful the other day. And yeah, this is a ton of trunk space. Got the little Beats sub in the back. And also the taser. And my battery is back here. What I like about this car, guys, is that it has a little handle right here. So you can grab it and pull without having to mess up your paint. Alright, so that's the walk around. Let's get into the next step of this video. Alright guys, so since I mentioned before, this is a Max, which means this has every option available, all the features. This is the reason why I got this car, is because I was like, if I wanted to get a Charger, if I get one with all the features, it would be a lot better than just getting like a base model, because I wanted the heated seats, the cooled seats, the heated and cooled cup holders, heated steering wheel. Adaptive cruise I did want, but now I don't even use it because this is broken and I moved it. Also, shout out all these bugs, man. I just traveled a bunch. But when I moved it, this unit stopped working, but it was pretty cool when it worked. The blind spot monitors, I love that. That thing is awesome. The system is awesome. Basically, you guys can see this right here. This is the triangle. It'll be orange. So when you try to turn into another lane, it'll beep at you. The whole radio will like kind of switch to the beep sound so you don't miss it. Basically, so you don't hit any other cars. It was just a cool feature that was included in this car. Also, this car has the park sense. Right here, you guys see these little divots in the bumper with the sensors. those are the park sensors. Basically, whenever you're driving and you're backing up, you guys will see on the backup camera, it'll beep at you when you're getting too close to an object, or when a car is passing you. Like say for example, a car is over here, like right here, it'll detect it coming this way. So when you're trying to back out of a parking lot, you'll notice that the car will beep at you, so it'll tell you there's a car behind you. It's called cross path detection. Really cool feature that this car has. I love the fact that it has that. Basically, that's the reason why I got this car, guys, is because it was a max, which means it has all the features, all the options, including this really nice fitment bump. That was on me. That was on me.
Boy, if you don't.
This basically is the top trim for the RT, except for I don't know why they didn't put paddle shifters in this car. Like, they have everything else: red seats, red exterior. It's a sports car, sports sedan, but they forgot to put the paddles. It's like, bro, come on, bro. Like this is a perfect setup for a paddle shifter. Anyway, I'm tripping out, bro.
You don't say.
So yeah, 3 years ago in August, I got this car from Facebook Marketplace. Really cool dude. Basically, he included a Taser and a Diablo Trinity T1000 tuner. This car is tuned on 93. Basically, so I've been running 93 cents. Yes, my wallet is getting very light from that, so you guys better like the video. But no, this car's been tuned on 93. In terms of that, I got this car on Marketplace, seen it. I was immediately attracted to it. I'll show a picture of what it used to look like right here. Yeah, it was basically the stock look, but I still like the fact that it had like the splitter and the black grille. But I was attracted to this car because of that. In terms of other cars I was looking at when I was looking to get a new car, basically it was only this car, and I seen one Lexus. I forget which one it was. It was like a 2013 or 14, I think. Some kind of V8 all-wheel drive that was interesting to me. But I was like, you know what? I'd rather have a 5.7 liter V8. The price was better for me, and the other guy I think sold the car. But anyways, when I was looking at getting this car, I never knew there was an all-wheel drive model. So I was like, oh, that's cool, that'd be awesome. So I was looking on Marketplace. I'm like, oh my gosh, I found an RT all-wheel drive that's red. It's red is my favorite color, and I was immediately in love with this thing. So it was between this car and a black version of it. This car had the tune. This car had the red seats, the red exterior. The black vehicle had basically black seats, black interior, nothing too crazy. This car also had a Corsa exhaust. All right, so as I mentioned before, we're gonna go over the exterior now. How is this car held up? So basically the whole front end was repainted, I think 2 years ago. This is shitty ass quality, does not match. In terms of the rest of the car, like basically like from here back, paint's held up pretty well. There's a couple swirls here and there from me trying to, you guys see these right here. Basically when I was doing my spoiler, I had to flip the trunk and take it off. Kind of messed it up. There's a couple swirls over here. Hopefully you guys can see that on the camera. But I do have to polish this car. Just have not done it yet. There's a couple scratches. I gotta polish this as well. I don't know how the hell that happened. Yeah, so the wear and tear has been pretty good. Nothing too crazy to write home about. No chipping in the windshield at all. No rust really at all. I get this car undercoated every single year, every November. So there's that. Yeah, so in terms of like modifications, I have the V-line headlights right here. I got these, I think, in 2022, and they've held up pretty well. I had to get a new set when I crashed this car, but they've held up pretty well. Not really any fading going on. They're really cool because they have the 2015 plus strip. Let me show you guys that real quick. There's the strips. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's like the 2015 plus look with the cool strips and all that. Hood has held up pretty well. Paint's been holding up really well. No chips, really. Guys, I'm not really a person to like look too much into detail on like chips and stuff, because it's a car, you're driving it around. Like, you guys see all these bugs, imperfections. Also, what I hate about this bumper, though, is a lot of paint chips. I don't know if I can see. Yeah, like that. This is really thin layer of paint. So one of the things I did want to mention, though, is for the taillights for these cars, guys, usually what happens is after a while, some of them start to go out like this. Unfortunately, it is sad. Basically, they're just individual LEDs inside, and you cannot replace them without taking the whole thing out. And that's one of the problems with this car. And a lot of cars with like these big taillights like that is that water can leak in. So that's basically what happens. It's like a crack somewhere. Whatever. I've kind of gotten used to the look. It's only like 2 or 3 missing. All right, guys, next is the rims. These are from a 2021 Charger all-wheel drive. They've held up pretty well. The original rims on this car, I'll put up a picture right now. They've held up well, I guess. Nothing else to really talk about. The color is pretty cool. I got the color because I wanted something different. I did not want black. I did not want silver because the stock ones were like chrome. So, all right, so let's move on to the interior and let's talk about the comfort, basically, of the seats and everything. how it is held up. All right, you guys, now we're on the inside of the car. We're going to talk about the seats, the comfortability of this car. And starting off with the seats, they're comfortable. I've driven this car a lot. I've gone a lot of places with this car. If you have the seat adjusted perfectly and correctly, you don't even feel it. Like, this is comfortable, man. Like, I've driven this car for like 3-4 hours straight, 5 hours straight, and it's like, damn, this shit is nice, bro. Like, as long as you get the right position, then it's fine. What I also like about this car, guys, is that this seat has all these adjustable controls. We got up, down, back, forward for this tilt. Then we got the lumbar right here, lumbar support. Hope you guys are seeing this on the camera. Lumbar is right here. Also, we have adjustable pedals right here, which is awesome. So that basically anybody can drive this car. We also have memory seats right here. So basically you can have 2 profiles set. So if you have a significant other, you can have theirs set there, or a friend or whatever. I basically just only use the one because it's only me. Also, steering wheel, adjustable, electronic, and passenger seat is powered as well. There are a couple things that I don't like though. Number one, after a while, this will start to kind of like go like this. You guys see how it's like popped up. I've seen a lot of people with their door panel basically popping off or kind of peeling off. Sometimes this stuff happens if you like get stuff, I don't even know what this is. Like, I try to clean it off. But I don't know, guys, like there's a couple little things. Also the hinges, you guys hear that? I got used to that. Just little things. Sometimes this interior dash rattles, so I just have to hit it like once or twice. Just pound it down because you guys can hear it's like make that little tweeting sound. I hate it. All right, next is the infotainment system, which is one of the most important things. So infotainment is next. This is the screen that comes with the car. The one cool thing though is that I have the SRT pages right here, so I am able to access this. So I can have a sport mode. I have the timers. It shows like all my best times. G-force page, gauge page, another gauge page, which is very important to show all your temperatures and everything. Next, a horsepower, torque, gear page. You guys can see it shows the live readings. I don't know how accurate they are, but we got another G-force page, and then finally you can change the background for the start screen. This is my favorite one because this is exactly what my car looks like, except it does not have the SRT and the wheels because this is not an SRT. Anyways, the cluster swap, new cluster in this car, so technically this is not the original one. So how is it held up? This one is held up fine. What I like about this though is you can swap this without really doing much. Pull the old one out, plug the new one in. You gotta take off this whole dash bezel. Just gotta pop it out with the trim remover tools. What I don't like about this is that this infotainment system is a little bit outdated in terms of the maps with the nav are not fully accurate. There's a lot of roads that are missing. This is a 2013, guys, so you guys can't really complain. Like, it's an old car. You can't really update it. It sucks. It's just a lot of cool gimmicks in here, like a lot of cool features. I like the fact that it has like the dual zone climate control, and you can sync it and unsync it so it can be different temperatures. I just leave it on the same temperatures just so this car doesn't get messed up, because these cars are known to have bad blender actuators, which means you hear it tapping like behind the dash, and basically one side will blow cold air, one side will blow hot air. You guys can see heated and vented seats. Got a heated steering wheel, sport mode, eco mode, which doesn't work. This shouldn't work. And the screen off. Here you got the Bluetooth page right here. You guys can see there's Bluetooth, there's USB, there's disc, there's SD card, there's aux. So that's cool. Let me go over other stuff in the interior. We got all the controls mostly on here, like all the climate zone controls, which is cool, but also at the same time I like having physical buttons down here so I don't have to like try to go through a couple pages to find, even though you really just have to tab one thing. There are some controls down here. There's the hazards button right here, then there's the AC button, the recirculation button, defrosters, traction off button, which is very useful, especially if you have the taser, climate buttons here, and then obviously AC off and auto, then the volume right here in the radio, and then this is for the actual radio. Let's make sure I'm playing copyrighted music. But here's the radio page. There's all the settings. What I like about this is that you can scroll through like this, and it's a lot easier than trying to like press a button to scroll through. So I really like the fact that they have this. But yeah, this is a little bit outdated. The Bluetooth sometimes is glitchy. Here's the steering wheel. Got a bunch of buttons on here. On the back, you also have buttons as well. Hopefully you guys can see that. This is the skip and go back on a song. This is for the radio. Other side is the volume right here. And we're missing the paddles. I missed the paddles. And then it has this ugly ass steering wheel. Like, I don't like the way this looks. Like, I like the SRT81 better. It looks more proper. I guess. This one is kind of chunky. This is the same wheel that's in my dad's Dodge Grand Caravan, man. Like, unfortunate. Anyways, also here's a 5-speed transmission shifter. You guys can downshift and upshift like that. Basically, like left is downshift, right is upshift. Double tap down to get into second gear. Got the heated and cooled cup holders right here. You guys can use these to cool your iced coffee and warm your hot coffee. All right, let's go in the back seat real quick and show you guys the room. All right, so this is how I would sit in the back when I'm driving. This is my driving position. In terms of this car, I mean, I still have room, but like I can't sit like this. My seat is like very lean back, so I am also 6 foot and 1 inch. So if I were to sit back here, my legs would be like this. I mean, it's whatever, I guess. I'm not saying that this car doesn't have a lot of back seat room, but I'm saying that like it's a big sedan. I'm just surprised. Also, look at my headroom. Let me take off my hat real quick to show you guys. So the ceiling ends here, but basically when you're sitting down, there's a little bit more room back here because you guys can see it's the window with this cool little tint thing going on here. This is my aftermarket stuff I added. You can really notice it looks pretty good, right?
Nope.
Alrighty guys, of course the camera just died, but back here we got, so you guys can see this, the heated seats for the rear, right here, 2 stages for them. Then we got the cigarette lighter in the middle, and then vents in the rear, so that's cool as well. But it's really cool to have heated seats in the back, man. Got this little cool compartment in the middle. I got my other armrest here, and got 2 cup holders. This also opens up to have whatever in here. Alrighty, so the next part of this car is going to be the performance aspect of it. So let's pop the hood real quick and show you guys this beautiful 5.7 liter Hemi V8 that produces 370 horsepower factory and 395 foot-pounds of torque. How much is mine producing? Well, this car has an exhaust, an intake, and a 93 Diablo tune. So the stock wheel performance is at about 330. This one probably has 360. Don't quote me on that, just because of the 3 things I mentioned. I have not had this car down yet, but I'm making an educated guess. And yeah, so here's my V8. Here's my 5.7. The coolant in it. Yes, this car has coolant. So this is the 5.7 with the oil catch can. Got the Hellcat airbox snorkel. That's right there. That goes right to here. It's a flexible tube. How does this car perform? Well, it performs great. It's fun in the summer. It's fun in the winter. It has an open differential, so I can't really slide, except for this clip. Or this clip. This engine has been in Charger since like 06. So, I mean, it's a tried and true engine. Has a couple issues here and there. Not mine, but just in general, these cars like overheating. Oh shit. These cars like ticking. And cross my fingers, but this car so far has been pretty good. Besides the overheating aspect of it, I mean, it has coolant, but sometimes it runs a little bit hot when I'm doing pulls for videos. So yeah, that's the 5.7. It's paired to a 5-speed transmission. So the NAG one is actually a tried and true transmission as well. So if you guys had not seen my older videos, this car can do burnouts. This car can slide. The taser helps a lot in terms of this car, because this is an all-wheel drive car, guys. Don't forget, which means whenever you lose traction, basically it'll switch into all-wheel drive. With the taser, you're able to disable that and just lock in a rear-wheel drive with all the systems off. You just put the car into angry mode, which is all the systems off. You guys see, no ABS, no traction control. Yeah, so the transmission and engine have performed fine. No differences in power delivery, I guess. Like, nothing feels slower than it was. When I did replace the belt and I put new fluids in, the car did feel a little bit faster. I put new diff fluid in the front and the rear. I also changed out my CV axles and axle seal. So the car just feels a little bit faster just because of that. Over time, like the 3 years I've owned it, it has not felt really slow in terms of that. Like, it hasn't felt slower. I also put new spark plugs in her, so she's had a tune-up. She's got a couple new fluids. I got to do with the trans fluid soon, and also the transfer case fluid. All right, so we're going to talk about the all-wheel drive system now. Basically, if you guys had not seen some of my other videos, I'll include clips, but I did an all-wheel drive versus rear drive test, 0 to 60 times. The all-wheel drive was faster by a little bit, but like just the launch, guys, like instead of spinning your rear tires, you'll just launch forward, and it's awesome. The performance of it is great. The handling of this car, I mean, it's a boat. She's a big girl. Big Red is a big girl. The suspension is a little bit tweaked because of my accidents, but I mean, the all-wheel drive system performs well. In the winter, it's fun. You can actually drive straight. Next on the list of things to talk about is fuel efficiency. I mean, it's a V8, man. give it its props. Me personally, I get about like 13 miles per gallon, 14, 15, depending on what I'm doing. I'm doing a lot of videos for you guys, so I'm smashing the pedal a lot. But when I'm actually traveling a lot and I'm going places like an hour or two away, this car gets pretty good gas mileage. And it's crazy to think that this car, a little bit tweaked and all, still gets like 18, 19 miles per gallon. I was getting like 20.6 the one day because I was driving like 3-4 hours. It was great. Fuel efficiency is pretty good for a V8. If you drive really slow, you'll hit the pedal, you'll get better gas mileage. But I always tell people, guys, if you're buying one of these cars, you're not buying it to get good gas mileage. You're buying it to have fun. You're buying it to do donuts, burnouts. You're driving it to have fun with your boys, make some new friends, stuff like that. So in terms of fuel efficiency, if you're worried about that, this might not be the right car for you. Sorry to say that, but I just wanted to mention that the fuel efficiency is not bad. You can get better gas mileage if you go lighter on the pedal. Me personally, whatever. So in terms of this car, over the 3 years I've owned it, it's been pretty reliable. I haven't really had too many problems with this car breaking down. This car really hasn't broken down on me, guys. Like, I was talking about this in a video recently. This car's been pretty good to me. The one time I had the radiator fan smoking, that was kind of insane. I was like 20 minutes away from home. I had to time the lights right so I didn't overheat. A lot of people complain about these cars being unreliable and a lot of problems, but me personally, I've had good luck with this car. In terms of maintenance on this car, I mentioned before, I did some fluids. I did the rear diff fluid recently, did the front diff fluid. I got to do my coolant soon. I did the whole front suspension. I did the rack and pinion with my friend. I've replaced a lot of parts in this car myself. Basically, all of them were done by myself or with help of a friend or my dad. Shout out to you, Dad. I was always telling people that if you buy a car and you guys want to maintain it and you guys are able to do the work yourself, you'll save a lot of money. Regular maintenance was done on this car. As I said before, whole front suspension, even the CV axles and everything. So it was just crazy that I did all that. You guys want to see something funny? Yeah. Hopefully my shadow won't mess it up. But hopefully you guys can see that. But all that right there is all rubber. These tires are getting down. That's all from the tires getting cooked in videos and clips, and it's fun and it's awesome. Tires are going to be one of the things you're going to be buying a lot on these cars, especially if you roast them a lot, because obviously you want to make some smoke, you want to have burnouts, you want to do fun and shit like that. I stopped buying new tires because I've been filming a lot of videos, so I've started buying like new used tires on eBay and shit. Say like it's like half the price, and I can burn them out and not feel as bad about spending like 1,000 versus like 500. So there's a little tip for you guys. If you guys want to drive these cars like you stole them basically and have a lot of fun with them and don't want to spend 1,000 on tires, just get some ones on eBay, man. Alrighty, guys, next part of this video I want to talk about is the driving experience for this car. Number one, daily drivability. I've daily driven this car since August of 2021, and man, it's been fun. It's good to have power when you're merging on the highway, when you just want to like floor basically and get wherever you need to go. It's fun to just cruise around, even just off the gas. It's so comfy, it's so fun. If you guys drive a lot, you guys will see that your gas mileage will go up, obviously, because longer distances. But man, it's a fun daily driver. It's fun to have 370 horsepower. I mean, obviously, it's not that much compared to like scats and stuff, but like, guys, it's still a V8. It still makes V8 sound. It's still fun. Another thing I want to talk about is this car is still fun to drive after 3 years. Dude, I'm telling you, every time I hit that gas, I'm not expecting it, bro. It's fun. Like, the lurch back is awesome. Whenever one of my friends gets in the car, I do the same thing. They're like, yo! I mean, yeah, it ain't no cat, it ain't no scat, but dude, it's still fun to drive every time you smash the pedal. It is still awesome. So to sum everything up, final thoughts for this car. Is this car fun? Hell yeah. Do I enjoy having this car for 3 years and driving it 30,000 miles? Hell yeah, dude, this shit was fun. Met a lot of people with this car, made a lot of new friends, a lot of fun cruises, a lot of drives, a lot of clips, a lot of videos, a lot of pictures. Half of the photos in my camera roll, guys, are all just of Big Red. Big Red is my car, man. Like, this car, I've learned a lot about this car. I've learned a lot about cars in general. I've learned a lot about how to fix cars, how to mess up bumpers, how to make dents in the fenders when I'm mad. So, if you guys have any questions, if you guys want to know more about Big Red, make sure to comment down below. I'm trying to make sure this video is not a 40-minute video, even though it probably already is like an hour-long video. But shout out to Big Red, man. Been a great experience. I'm a Mopar guy, so obviously I love my Mopars. So this is definitely not the last Mopar I'm going to own. This shit is fun as hell. Anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys found it entertaining, informational, and fun. Anyways, we're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to turn your notifications on. Share this video with your friends. And without further ado, guys, me and Big Red, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.